Hi guys, happy to meet you all once again in this video, and today I'm going to talk about some key interesting concept which I read through in one of the books which I got hold of recently. The book's name is Atomic Habits and it is written by James Clear. I've just moved from first preface the forward and then just moved to the first chapter of the book, and it's quite interesting book. I'm sure you should all grab a copy and then start reading that book. And the reason why I landed in this particular book is I was trying to sustain or create a habit, and I was unable to consistently perform, let's say, running or doing an exercise. So I just thought of, like, what are the techniques and why people are unable to sustain with a particular habit. So then I landed upon this book, and here's something which caught my attention, and I just thought of sharing with you all. And again, the concept, the credits and everything is by James Clear from the book Atomic Habits. So here is it: 1% better every day, right? So from the book and from various images from jamesclear.com website, here's the explanation. If you improve on any particular task 1% every day over the next 365 days, that's 1 year, you're going to exponentially grow to 37.78. That's mathematically, right? However, if you're going to perform worse 1% every day, then it's 0.99 times 365, not times, it's a power 365. You're going to land from 0.99 to 0.03. You're going to depreciate, right? It can be any habit. For example, you have a choice. You're sitting on a couch after you work. You have a choice to go out for a jog or meditate or do some yoga or whatever. You also have a choice to watch Netflix or to go on video games, etc. I'm not saying you should not play video games or watch Netflix, but there's a choice, right? So if you continue to watch Netflix, binge watch series over series over series, then probably your chances of that 1% depreciation or 1% worse every day will take your 0.99, that is from 1 to 0.03 over the period of next 365 days. Now, continuous sitting and watching on Netflix or video games may not be good on your health or eyesight and etc. Whereas the other way to look at it is 1% better every day, not necessarily physical activity. It could be reading a book, it could be cooking, it could be talking with friends, spending time with your family. That 1% every day will amplify or compound over a period of time, and then 1.01 over 365 days grows to 37.78. That's something which caught my attention. That's the power of tiny gains, as James Clear explains, right? Even if you don't do anything, obviously you're wasting time, right? So you can't stop time. So you're still going to decline or depreciate over a period of time. Now, with that in mind, he also gave a beautiful explanation, right? You have an aircraft, you're sitting in an aircraft, and your idea is to fly from Los Angeles to New York, right? And assume instead of that particular course, your aircraft deviates the course by 1 or 2 degrees in its navigation. So when that happens, if you're not correcting it, from Los Angeles to your destination to New York will automatically land up in Washington, D.C., or out of nowhere. You will land up at sea, or you will crash in the mountains. We don't know. So the idea is, unless your track and your course, or in terms of aircraft, your navigating course is set properly or altered towards your needed destination, you're going to crash or you're going to land in some other place. That's exactly what he describes in his book. And he has mentioned that technically an aircraft deviating 3.65 degrees or something like that, he will land up in Washington, D.C. without any alteration of course. Now, one more explanation is your aircraft has a heading, right? That's the navigation course. Instead of going to New York, you're going in Washington, D.C. because you're not altering the course. Even 1 or 2 degrees variation, you will land up in a different city. Now, and after reading the first a couple of pages, this is my interpretation. That picture what you see on right, it's okay to deviate. It's not practically possible to live a life exactly on the line, right? Let's say sometimes you can eat some junk foods. It's okay. However, after eating that, you have to correct your course and be on track, right? So first, I would say minor improvements. When you do it immediately after, let's say, 1 week or every day, or let's say even after a month, it's minor improvements. You still have control of time and what you're doing, and then you can correct your course and get back on track, right? If you miss the chance, let's say you continue to eat junk foods over 3 to 6 months or 1 year, then a major correction is required, right? You lost the opportunity early in the day. So what you have to do is you have to do a major correction, which costs excess fuel, excess time, and everything. Imagine 1 year of eating junk foods continuously may do more harm to your health. So you need to reset your health in a big way, which could impact your, I would say, your job or your social relationships and everything. So it is essential that you understand that minor improvements. It's okay to occasionally eat junk foods and then come back on track. The earlier you come back, the minor will be the corrections. It's tolerable. It's okay to eat. However, if you allow and continue to eat over a period of time, let's say 1 year or 2 years, the impact on your health is going to be detrimental, and then you have to take a major correction. Still, it's possible to come on track. However, if you continue the same for years over years, and then that's going to be a disaster. Your correction or after major correction, you got to deviate completely, which is not going to be practically possible given the busyness or whatever point in life you are. So what you could be is determined by what you do, right? So there is a difference between who you could be and who you are. For example, today I'm continuously watching Netflix, and let's say after 1 week I've completed a series, and then I move on to other series, and then I move on to other series. So if I continue to do that without any course correction or coming back to what I really wanted to achieve in my life, then I have to take a correction, give a pause to Netflix, and then come back to upgrade my skills or put my time on, spend my time on health and make a jog for a couple of hours and everything, right? If I continue to watch Netflix over a couple of months and 6 months and year, then my health deteriorates. Just a hypothetical example. I have to probably take a break from work so that my health get back in shape. We don't know what's going to happen and how much time that's going to take, right? Let's say even neglecting that, I eat junk food and I watch Netflix and I don't work out, I lose my job and everything, then that's going to be a disaster. You're not correcting your course in the form of minor improvements like days or weeks, and then you let it go to months, and then you go to years, and then the disaster happens. Then you have to alter your course enormously, spending so much of time, energy, and money. Not many people will be able to do that. So that is why James Clear says that you have to alter your course as short as possible, like as shortest possible time. The minor improvements will actually amplify and compound as long as you get back in the track, right? So what do you want in life today and tomorrow, what you do, and the subsequent days what you do, your habits will determine what you will be in the future, right? So going to the next slide, I'll just give one more example, right? These are exactly the words which he used in his book. So your outcomes are lagging measure of your habits. So today, what you are and what I am is a measure of what I have done in the past. My habits determine what I am. For example, your net worth could be $1 million. So probably you have worked so hard in the past, let's say past 5 years or 10 years. So your financial habits, The net worth, what you have today, is a lagging measure of your financial habits. Your weight, let's say you're overweight, obese, like you're 100 kilograms or you're 120 kilograms, that is because you have done, because of what you have eaten in the past. And what knowledge you possess today, what a path or which hierarchy in your career you are, that is determined by your learning habits, your office skills or whatsoever. So technically, James Clear says that you get what you repeat, right? So the more you repeat the same thing, you're going to get the same thing. Now, to change this, for example, let's say you feel like eating an ice cream today. Go have it, enjoy, but then don't continue to fall in the trap and then continue to eat more and more ice creams, because that's taking you off the track, right? Have an ice cream, take a minor improvement, make a pledge or commitment that you will not have ice cream for 1 more month, and then after a month you have an ice cream, and then you are deviating from the course, get back to the course again. That's the commitment we need to have. And then this is what is explained in the first chapter of the book, and I found it interesting, so I thought of sharing whatever I read in this book. And all credits, all what I've explained except the interpretation on the right side, which I told you, is from the book Atomic Habits, written by James Clear. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Share your comments if you have more thoughts on this. Thank you.